Hi, how are you? I hope you are doing really well. I wanted to share a quick tutorial for you on how to turn your Canva design into a digital download. I think this is something that a lot of people ask how to do in groups. I follow a few groups on Facebook, Etsy groups where people sell printables and downloads, and they don't know how to turn their Canva design into a digital product to sell. So I'm just going to use my Etsy shop as an example, and this is a checklist I made that I'm going to use as an example for a product that's going to be turned into a digital download. Now, the first thing I want to say about Canva is if you are creating products that are going to be used for print use, you have to download them as a PDF. A PDF is 300 dpi, and that is the optimum quality for printing. So it's not advisable to download PNGs or JPEGs from Canva if they're going to be used for printing. You would need to download them from a more professional design. Not that Canva isn't professional, but a more print ready platform such as Illustrator or InDesign or Photoshop. And then you'll need to export those at 300 dpi. So for this example, I'm just going to download a PDF because that's going to print beautifully. And I think when you're just starting out and you're just creating documents or printables that are quite not simple, but smaller files that aren't really huge and that don't need to be printed at really excellent quality, then Canva is perfectly fine as long as you download it as a PDF. So I'm just going to show you. So we've got our document that we've designed. So in Canva, to turn it into a digital product, you need to go up to Share, which is in the top right corner here, and click Download. And then what you want to do is go to PDF Standard here. So click that. And you want to download all of your pages. If you don't want to, then you can select what pages you want to download and then click download. So that's going to download. It's a bit slow today. It's Monday. It doesn't want to work very fast today. Okay, so then I'm going to go into my downloads folder here, and then where is it? Oh, here we go. Right, let me just go to documents, downloads. Here we go. So I've got this. You can either keep it in your downloads folder or you can paste it onto your desktop. Sometimes I find sticking it on my desktop easier. If I've got a lot of downloads in here, I can get confused. So then what you need to do is go to your Etsy store. And I've just copied another listing that's completely, irrelevant to this document I've just downloaded, but I'm just showing you in a copy of one of my listings. And then you go to digital files, which is just under where you add your photographs in for your new listing. Here. So click add file. And you might want to rename your document if it hasn't downloaded with a proper name for what it is. You can rename it first. So right click and hit rename, type this in, and then you just click it and then you go down to open at the bottom right. Now I'm using Windows, so I've never used Mac. Well, I have briefly for a while, but I always use Windows. So I'm sorry if this isn't exactly the same as Mac. Okay, so now you've uploaded it and then you finish filling in all of your information for your product, and that's it. You basically just publish your listing and you've got a digital download product. So yeah, I think that's it really. If there's anything else, let me just think if there's anything else you need to know. Yeah, if you want to start sharing, selling images, Canva isn't the right platform for creating high quality images that can be used for print use. So you will need to use something like Photoshop. There are converters online that you can use to convert images that you've downloaded from Canva into 300 dpi. But if your images have got no background, so there may be clip art that hasn't got a background, then those online converters won't work because they will stick a white background on the back of your design. So then you'd still need something like Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, or even InDesign to then export that as a transparent PNG. So yeah, if you want to start sharing images or clip art or anything like that that's photo based, so JPEGs and PNGs that are to be printed, then you can't really use Canva for that. You'd need to use more professional software and then export them at 300 dpi, and then they'll print really well at high quality. You really don't want to be selling any imagery that is meant to be printed at a low quality, because then you're just going to get bad feedback and everything like that. So, but if you are just, creating documents or things that can be used as a PDF. So most people know how to use PDFs. If it's something that they're just going to print off, at normal print size, then PDFs downloaded from Canva are perfectly fine. So I hope that makes sense. And it's really simple. Oh, and another thing I wanted to do quickly is share with you how to, what I do when I sell products on Etsy, digital products that are large size. So Etsy has a limit on how many megabytes, I think it's megabytes or gigabytes, that you can upload to a listing. So sometimes you won't be able to upload your product to the Etsy listing itself, like I've just showed you, because it's too large, the file is too large. So then what I do is I put my products I use Google Drive. So I'll just show you in Google Drive. This is my Etsy shop here. I'm just going to click on this folder. Google Drive is amazing because you can store a ton of stuff on there and it doesn't actually use up your disk space on your computer. So it's in like a cloud. You can also pop your stuff onto a hard drive as well if you're worried that it's going to get lost, from the cloud. But yeah, I've never had any problems with Google Drive. It's my favourite for storing files. So if I go into listings, what I do is I create a file on Google Drive with my elements. So I sell clip art online on my Etsy shop, and I pop all of my elements into this folder. And then what I do, if you're going to use Google Drive, you have to make the folder shareable. So I click share, and you make sure that it's shareable to, it's not restricted, so that anyone with the link can access the file. So you can opt for that here. We've got restricted or anyone with the link. You need to change it to anyone with the link. And then what you're going to do is you're going to click these three little dots here on your folder where you've got all of your documents or your files, your digital product in there, and then click the three dots and click on share and then copy link. So you're going to copy the link. And then what we do, we go into Canva and we create a design. We just go into home. I'm in home already. Where is it? I've got one here. Right, so I've created this little document that I will upload to Etsy, and it has a link in it that they click the link. Once they've downloaded this off of Etsy, they click the link and it takes them to that Google folder where all of their the product they've purchased, the digital product is inside. So if you are creating larger files that won't be uploaded to Etsy because they're too big, then this is what you can do. So I've created this document. It's just, I think, an A4 size document, and I've added the link on this little button here. If I make it bigger, so it says, thank you, here's your clip art, click here to access, and then I've added the link. I'll add the link to, let me just add it. So I'm going to go back into Google Drive, click the three dots, go down to share, copy link, go back into your document, and then you're going to add your link, Control V, click enter, and it's added that link. So just so you're aware, you click the little sort of paper clippy type thing here, and that means link. So you click on that, and then I also click the button. I can always do another tutorial to show you how to create this for you to use. And then what you do then is you download, so that's page 3, you download it. I only want page, oh, it's got to be a PDF. Hold on a moment. PDF, standard. Download page 3. Done. Download. So you download that, and then I always double check the link is actually going to the folder that it is meant to go to and that it's working. And I just reuse this same template over and over again. I change this little bit here with whichever clip art it relates to. So I'll pop that in there to make it look pretty. And then you go back to your Etsy store. I'm going to just remove this one, delete that one, cross it off, and then you add your PDF that you've just created with the link. And I've got download link written on here, but you can change the name of it. I always put access your whatever it is here. So if you've made a guide that you're selling on Etsy, you want to rename it so it's very clear that they have to download that to get access to their product they've purchased, their digital product. So I'm just going to open that, pop that in there. So you've added your download link, and this is what you do when, like I say, when your files are too large to upload directly onto your Etsy listing, you can do this instead. So I really hope that helps. And then obviously click publish, and then, but always double check that when you're doing it this way, that your link is working properly and it's going to the right place. And I double check this quite a few times because I always worry that you've done it wrong. So, oh no, that's not right. That's not what I wanted to do. That's not the right one. Here we go, this one. That's it. So I'm going to click on it. That's it. So so always double check that it's gone to the right one. It's going to the right folder. And I hope that helps. If there's anything you want me to go over a bit more slowly or explain in more detail, let me know in the comments. But I hope that makes sense. And I hope you have a lovely day. Bye.